Hello and welcome to my June 1st LEGO haul. If you're new, please make sure to subscribe. So there is quite a few June 1st sets. There's some sets for parting out and some sets for investment, and then just some for personal building as well. So we've got a whole array of it, but let's get into it. So like always, we'll start off with the smaller sets or the smaller boxes and then work our way to the large ones. This first one is from eBay. As you can probably tell how it's packaged. Might take a little bit of time to get in here. However, I think a lot of these eBay sets ones are just I got quite cheap, and this is another one. It's got a random Lego piece just fell out of it. That's not the best sign, but yeah, there's a random Lego piece there, and it is a older promo. It is the Avengers Tower. This was just under £30. And I remember when it was the promo, I then sold mine and I didn't have one, so it was a good enough price to pick it up at, and they've just used Christmas paper for packaging. It's actually not the worst idea. Next up, we're going to be going on to some of the Amazon ones. I believe it's all the same set, because I ordered a quantity of 15 and they decided to send it in 2s and 1s, so I will probably just open 1 or 2 of them and basically have a brief explanation about it, as I don't think it'll be the most entertaining to watch me open the same set over and over again. However, the set in question is this Lego Speed Champion set. So there's 2 in this box, and these were quite a good price on Amazon. So they were about $11.99 normal price, and then I got a quantity discount if I ordered over 15, so it worked out at just under £11 or £10.50 per Speed Champion set, which is retiring this year, and that's just kind of too good a price to actually not go for. So yeah, I got 15 of those, and I will just double check another box, and if it is the same, we'll just continue. So another Amazon box. I reckon it'll be more Speed Champions, but it is just worth the check. And I did order some Star Wars sets, I think. Maybe that might have been the last haul, but yeah, so in here is just another 2 of those. So there should be 15 in total in this haul, but I won't bother opening them all on camera. So now moving on to a slightly larger Amazon box. It might just be a lot more Speed Champions, but I don't think it is. It's definitely Lego, as I did shake it beforehand, and it is not. This is from Germany, I believe, as it's another retiring set, and I will get the set out because the box is kind of in the way. It is the Lego Architect Paris. There is 4 in here, so I think I ordered more than that, so there might be some elsewhere. But yeah, so this is retiring this year. It's had quite a long life, expected life run. However, these were about £30 I bought them for from Amazon Germany, which is really quite a good price, and I reckon it will do relatively well post-retirement, as most of the architecture sets in this format do. Is just getting them at the right price. So moving on to a slightly larger Amazon box now. I'm not too sure what this is. I don't really check my order history before doing these, as it does make it a nice little surprise. And yes, this is... there's some more Speed Champions in here, but there's the main set in here is the Tantive 4. As you can see there, this is another set which is retiring this year. These were, I think, £40. I reckon it'll do quite well post-retirement, and I reckon it's going to be the first of many in this theme. So there's only 3 in here, as that's what I was limited to, and there's also some more of those Speed Champion sets. So you're probably wondering where are all the June 1st sets? They are in this Lego box here, which I've just opened, as you know how I hate opening them on camera, and then there's a lot more in this one here. So let's get into this one directly from Lego first. So I did 2 orders on about June 1st for some of the new Lego sets. One of them was the Krusty Burger, which I have already built up, and my promo arrived damaged, as you can see here. There should be a review coming out tomorrow by the time this is uploaded, so make sure to look out for that. And in here we have a ready to ship box. There wasn't any promos out, so I just got a VIP code stuck on, which was the treasure chest. It's got a lot of weight to it, that one does. And this little one is smaller than I expected. However, I think this set in here is quite popular, especially the minifigures inside, as some are referring to it as the minifigure series for this quarter, because we got the F1 lot rather than an actual minifigure series. So it is the vending machine, if you want to call it that. But yeah, that's the name of it. So this retails for £150, which is a relatively expensive price, but you do get a lot of new pieces and exclusive minifigures, especially these space ones. Those alone, last time I checked, were going for about £20 each, And yeah, so you can either get it just for the minifigures, sell the set, or just have it as a whole. And there will be probably some frames very similar to the minifigure series frames as well. But as a general concept of set, I think it is really quite cool, and I should have a review of this coming out soon as well. So this next one is slightly smaller. This is just one from eBay. I'm just going to try and cut into it without actually destroying it. This was just a listing which was just recently uploaded, and it was a really good price not to turn down. So if I pull it out, here we go. It is a Series 5 minifigure for about £3. Don't know what that is on the back, but yeah, let's open this. So I actually forgot how small the minifigure packets used to be before the boxes and the larger ones. So if we shake everything down to the bottom and cut along the top, I always used to tear them open, but it's been a while, so I might as well do it properly, like you used to have to do it. And there is the top cut open, and inside we get the cave woman. So I wasn't really expecting anyone too good, as it was a relatively cheap price. I was expecting one of the lesser popular ones. However, this is one I never actually got. The only ones I got from this series are mainly the Royal Guard and the Lizard Man. But yeah, so this was a series I missed out on. So it's quite good to just get them. And it's a pretty cool minifigure none the less. And it's a really good little flashback to how minifigure series used to be. It's a really nice hairpiece with the bone which clips in there, and then you do have the mallet type thing as well if we just rotate the arm. So it's a really cool little minifigure nonetheless, and it is probably about worth what I paid for it if I kept it sealed, but yeah, I'll probably just keep that on my desk. So we're nearly on to the main bit, which is all the June 1st sets in there. However, we do have another eBay one wrapped up in a bag, so I might just see how easy it is to open, but I probably will end up doing it off camera, as it might be a pain. It might not be, actually. Yeah, this was just another one of those listings where it was quite cheap to get, but yeah, I'm just going to open it. So it is the set 21105, this Minecraft world. It's one of the first Minecraft sets they did, if I believe. It's one of the micro ones as well, and it's really just quite a cool little set. And this cost me about £20, which was a really good price for this set, as it goes for more £40, £60. So it's one I never got, and I might try and get the other two as well, depending if I can get them at a good enough price. And I will probably review this in the future, but not any time soon. So moving on to the large Amazon box, I believe this is from Amazon Germany, and the set in here was one of the most popular ones over Christmas, and the price I got it for is probably the cheapest I've seen it, and it probably will ever be. It was just one of those fluke flash instances where they had it really cheap, exchange rate was in our favour, and I ended up getting a couple of them. So inside here is the Fortnite Battle Bus. This cost me £55 on a £90 set, really quite good. There's 3 of them in here, so I'll probably save these and probably sell them over Christmas or build them and make a review. But the minifigure line is quite good in there, and it's definitely one which isn't retiring this year, but it will probably next year, and maybe increase in popularity, you never know. So moving on to the one which is probably the anticipated one of this haul, it is the June 1st sets. I bought these from a wholesaler, so I got them at a bit of a discount, which is always good to see on newly released sets. I am going to review most of these, and there is some I am going to part out, which I'll explain shortly. So if I just cut open it, they always use really strong tape, which is great, until I try and open it on camera. There is actually some other sets in here, well, not sets, it's just a older minifigure series, which I never actually picked up, but I just wanted to possibly part them out. So now that this is open, we can see all the packaging. You can see a sneak peek of a set there. So if I move that out of the way, forgot I ordered those ones. So we can see some of it, but I'll get through the most of it. We have 18 of this new battle pack. This is one I was going to part out, mainly for the minifigures. They're £5 each and £6 each. So that makes it back, as these cost me about £15, maybe slightly less, because obviously wholesale price. So there's 18 of those in there. Kind of wish they shipped them in the case, but yeah. And then we got the new Microfighter, which is a bit damaged, a bit annoying there. This is Plo Koon's Microfighter. Quite cool. Haven't seen Plo Koon in a while, and it will be another one for a review. And then we've got the Happy Plants. This is quite a popular set, and it's also a really well priced set. Maybe it's £18 for 217 pieces, but there are a lot of small pieces, and it's quite a cute little set as well. And you can interchange these plants, and you could maybe make it as an actual plant pot, but I'm not sure if that will work too well. So I've just moved all these sets I've already shown you out the way. Next is the Ywing. Yeah, oh sorry, Ewing. This is from Andor. This is quite a popular set. It's got a lot of popular minifigures in here. This is one to part out. There's 3 of them in here. So all of these minifigures are currently listed. I'll leave a link to my brick link down below if you do want to check them out. But yeah, it's a really good little set. However, it's a lot smaller than the initial Ewing they did, and in my opinion, not as good as those wings. Don't look too good, but it's a really good set with a lot of good minifigures. So I've cleared a bit of space so I can just take them out and put them down here now. Next up is the Minecraft Creeper. I just kind of needed this one to build up the order. However, I will have a review on this coming out soon. It's really quite detailed with a lot of the 1x1 tiles, so that definitely inflates that piece count there. I think it retails for £35. I can't actually remember. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little set there, and a little nod to why the creeper actually began, because they put the pig in the wrong orientation. So it's a really neat and cool little set. Next up, we have one of the newer Fortnite sets. This is a bit damaged, as you can see there, but it's not to worry. I will be just reviewing it. It's a pretty affordable Fortnite set. You get exclusive outfit in the game as well, and you get 3-ish minifigures if you include the skeleton. And this was £18, I believe, or £20. So it's a really reasonable little price and a cheap way to get Peely. The next set is another one which I did just to finally get the order to the free shipping bit. It was either spend £25 on shipping or get another set, and this is it. The Warden one. It's just quite a cool little set. You get the Warden, you get chicken, you get character, and yeah, pretty decent little set. And another one I should be having a review on later. Next one is another Fortnite set. This is the Durburger one. Maybe a little bit overpriced for what it is. However, you do get some pretty cool minifigures in here and the skins as well. The build itself is quite small with only 546 pieces, but it is a licensed theme, and that is the way LEGO is tending to go now. More expensive licenses, more expensive sets. The final thing in this box is the F1 minifigure series. This I just never picked up when it first came out, and I've got a case of them. I'll probably part them out just really to have on my bricklink. I do have some of the other series currently to part out, and that is series 27. I've got 5 cases of these to part out, so they'll be coming out over the following weeks. So that's going to be it for this video. If you're new, please make sure to subscribe. I'll leave a link to my bricklink down below if you do want to pick up any of the new Star Wars minifigures which I've shown here, or in those Andor sets, or just want to browse my bricklink shop. As you can see, I've got a lot of pieces available. So yeah, thanks to all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.